What you'll see here is the exact same prompt. We're going to be writing the first draft of a crypto AML policy. First example will be with ChatGPT. Secondly, we'll see the exact same prompt with ChatKYC, and we'll look at the differences between them both. So, ChatGPT first. As you can see, it's broken down into useful sections. But the one thing that is immediately obvious is that these are bullet points. These are things that would be in a policy, but it's not the actual policy itself. It's not written in the usual prose that you'd expect a policy to be written in, or any type of long form documentation. You'll also notice that given that this is a cross-jurisdictional policy spanning the EU, US, and the UK and Dubai, there is no referencing to the underlying regulation that would essentially underpin an AML policy for a cross-jurisdictional company like this. You can see at the end that it's given examples of what it can do to improve the policy, but again, it's not referring to the regulation that would be driving this. And also, it could have just done this in the first instance. You'll also notice up above there was some referencing to Hindi, which seems to be a hallucination, as there was no Indian exposure in this particular example. Now we'll see the exact same prompts, but this time in ChatKYC, and look at the differences. So with ChatKYC, you can immediately see there's a date check. We have a table of contents, which is what you'd expect for, again, a policy or any type of long form documentation. Immediate difference is that you will see that this is written in just normal sentences in the way that you'd expect like a policy to be written for it to be useful. You will also notice that there is consistent referencing to the underlying regulation that applies to any of the jurisdictions within which this company is operating in. You'll also see there was a lot more meat to the bones of this policy. Even things like who's accountable for the different tasks or responsibilities in this organization. Again, the prompt that both these systems were given was not great. There was a lot of information that is missing for this to be a good prompt and for you to get the best possible output. But even with a poor prompt, you can see the difference between ChatKYC and ChatGPT or any other generalist AI platform. You'll also see right at the bottom here, the sources and references section, which again provides you with all the underlying regulation upon which the output was founded. And also the follow-up questions here, inviting further iteration to the policy. What we'll explore in the next series is the exact same policy, both on ChatGPT and ChatKYC, but then looking at when we actually add in the detail that was missing in that initial prompt, how both the systems deal with actually drafting a policy in terms of further iteration, and also in terms of actually getting to something that would be useful. Because again, this is just a first draft.